Hi, my name is Johan Dalene and I'm Artist-in-Residence with Royal Philharmonic Orchestra in the 2024-25 season. And I'm standing here together with...
Adriana. I'm in the first violin section with the orchestra.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And
You too.
We're playing a concert in 1 hour and 30 minutes, so it's very exciting here. A bit nervous and yeah, I'm very much looking forward. It's sounding great in the orchestra.
Yeah, glad to have you here.
Pleasure.
Yeah, how did you start your journey as a violinist?
It's a good question. I started quite early. I started playing when I was 4. So how old were you when you started?
I was also 4.
Yeah, okay.
I think we have quite similar background. I come from a musical family.
Right. Oh, really?
And
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
both of my parents are musicians, and yeah. So my parents decided I will play the violin, and my sister would play the piano.
All right.
So eventually we would all play together.
Fantastic. What does your parents play?
So my dad is a violinist as well, and mommy is a pianist.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So you could... what is that? It's like a quartet but with 2 pianos and 2 violins.
Well, we would change the pianist.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I played
amazing.
mostly with my mom, actually. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I was always fighting with my sister.
Oh, right. Okay. I don't have siblings, but I was fighting with my mom a lot when I was playing.
Yeah.
But, she's a pianist, but I mean it's great to have. From a very selfish point of view, it's also great to have a member in the family who is a pianist, because you can rehearse like
Exactly.
a violin concerto or a sonata or something like that. You can just rehearse that for free with them. So that's great.
Yeah. So did you play a lot with them, chamber music?
Yeah, I mean, with my mom especially. So my dad is a cellist and my mom is a pianist, and with my mother I played quite a lot. I mean, still do. She's very nice to play with her. Nowadays, at least, it's very nice. With my dad a little bit as well, but I mean, we tried playing piano trio a couple of times, but we didn't stay very good friends after rehearsals. So I think it was best to just But that's funny that we have sort of the similar back, and we're both Scandinavian as well.
Yeah. So I'm from Finland, and you're from Sweden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very close, the 2 countries to each other. Have you been a lot in Sweden?
A couple of times.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I've also been in Finland a few times, and we met actually in Tampere a couple of years ago as well.
I used to play in Tampere Philharmonic Orchestra, and I remember you played
Barber violin concerto.
Barber?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah.
And it was like 2021 during the pandemic, I think. But I did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think I had to take a test before going there, but not anything more. So it was fine. Yeah, it was very fun. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to the concert.
So do you have any specific music that has stuck with you for a long time, or something that's like special for you?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, right now I would love to say Prokofiev Second Violin Concerto, because that's what I'm playing at the moment. So. But I feel like, I mean, when I first sort of started learning that, it was quite late actually. I started learning it like 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. It was a pandemic project. I mean, those sort of melodies really stick with you. I mean, the opening of the second movement is so beautiful in the strings with the pizzicato, and then the solo violin enters and it's really fragile and it's very incredibly beautifully written. It fits so well together, also everything, which is fantastic. But maybe, I mean, one piece that really sort of got me wanting to practice more was probably Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto.
Okay.
I remember I was running, like listening to music, and I was running and listening to Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto first movement. And I got really tired. I have to stop. And then I heard the orchestra tutti. Okay, I need to keep going. So, and that was probably a piece that really made a huge impression on me when I was young. And one of the reasons I sort of wanted to become a musician, I think. What about yourself? Do you have any sort of...
I have to say that the concerto you are performing tonight, so Prokofiev Second Violin Concerto,
exactly, we have to say.
I have many special memories with it. It was the last concerto that I learned before graduating.
Okay.
So it was the last concerto that I learned before graduating. And it's also the piece that I use for trying out new instruments. So I'm actually in the process for looking for a new violin.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's a great piece. It has lots of variety.
Yeah, exactly. It must be good to also trying out a new instrument, because it's like so many different registers and stuff like that. It's all over the place a little bit.
Exactly.
And so many different like sound colors that you can find in the music.
And also
so
I feel like you kind of get the idea of the violin really quickly and how it responds to you.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. And it's my favorite violin concerto. I just love it. Really fun to play.
That's great. That's fun that we're doing it tonight.
Okay, so how do you communicate with the orchestra when you are playing a violin concerto?
Yeah, it's I feel like when playing a violin concerto, you almost have to think about it as chamber music, of course. I mean, everyone has an important part, and it should feel like you're really making something together. Of course, maybe especially in a piece like Prokofiev's second violin concerto, where there's a few places where it's quite thickly written in the orchestra. It's a lot going on. You have to, of course, be careful with the balance and stuff like that. And as a soloist, you need to. I mean, even if you want to play super soft, sometimes you have to respond to what the orchestra are doing. Myself, I prefer playing quite soft in a lot of places. I think it's very effective, but it's also dangerous because you can quite easily get covered. But I think, I mean, with Maestro Robert Trevino, he's very, very good at speaking about those things. And but still, I hate the fact that we always have to. Oh, it should be more quiet, because everyone has an important role, and it's but it's chamber music, absolutely.
Yeah. So maybe from my point of view, as a violinist in the orchestra. Obviously, I've learned the solo parts of most of the major violin concertos, so I know them fairly well, as opposed to, for example, a cello concerto or a piano concerto. So when I'm accompanying a violin soloist, I'm more aware of where they might take more time, or I can react quicker to whatever the soloist is offering.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It must be, of course, it must be very nice to have both perspectives. I mean, I remember also playing a couple of pieces in the orchestra. I mean, when you know those parts as well a little bit, and then you know what's going on. It makes the piece a whole different experience, actually.
Exactly.
If you also respond to each other, and of course, I mean, it's chamber music in a very big format, sort of, but still chamber music. You know,